How are we going? So today we're going to be looking at trying to get the interstellar stuff so that we start delivering titanium and silicon to over here. But I was thinking about this the other day, and I was thinking, because we've got all this like production going on here, why don't we try and find ourselves some land? Because I'm boxing myself in here, and my thought process was, so we've got all this stuff that I guess you could call them ingredients, right? And the thought process was, so we get all the ingredients and run them on a massive conveyor. And I'm talking about a stacked conveyor, so we're going to run it loads of height, like oh, that didn't really work, but you know what I mean. And then up one, so that runs across there, and then up another one, so that runs across there, etc, etc, just so we have a massive tiered conveyor belt system. I don't know if it'll be any good or whatever, so that I can then run each ingredient across it and then just kind of peel off when needed. I actually need to see if that's something that's possible. So the idea would be something sort of like so. So that'll go off of that one, that's cool. But will it go off if it was a lower one? I just think it'll be an easier way, because then we could just ship the ingredients from where we currently are to like a different land location so we can do some actual building. Yeah, that'll work. So we'll see what happens, because otherwise we're going to get really crowded here. And I just think if we can pull off a belt system like that, we'll be able to kind of keep things semi-organized, potentially. So I don't really know, but ultimately to do that, all of this will have to change, because I just want to pull the pure ingredient out. But we'll have a look, see what's going on. Because realistically, the only thing that's actually happening over here is a few carbon diamonds, yada yada yada. But yes, first of all, we're going to need some power, because this thing is going to take a lot of power. It is currently researching. So I was thinking, in order to do this, we might just nick into the oil. And we've got one that was not really doing an awful lot right now. So if we could just tap into this crude oil and then build a lot of oil plants, we'll just get the oil going so that we've actually got some sort of power production. I think first and foremost, that's pretty important for us. So with that building, we'll just be pure and simple, because I mean, there's not a lot of difference in terms of the power output of crude oil, is there? And we're going to be able to get one. 4 megajoules versus 4.4 megajoules. Hydrogen is 8 megajoules, so maybe we would be better off if we could nick a bit of hydrogen. For now, anyway, I'll just do this, so we're not getting backwards and forwards and too many distractions. We'll just build us a few power stations, get us going. So in the interest of power, we should probably build this in this direction, I suppose. Get us going over there, this way. And then this is just going to be pretty simple from what I thought. I just run a little conveyor belt out, and then we'll just stack them to literally just wait until they're ready, and then we'll just blam, 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 right next to each other. Job be a good one. Because I know that these feed through each other, don't they? So we could just like stack them like this, and then just hope that the conveyors will be quick enough to just feed it as it needs to, really. Yeah, and it'll transfer it across. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, if we could just do that using a few more of these, that'd be great. So while they're building, we can just lay out the last two. So then we're there, and then we're just literally going to go, hey you, and then we can just I'll not upgrade it, I'll just change it completely, just in case we ever need one. I mean, we're certainly just outputting 10 more megawatts. Oh boy, so that'll be interesting. While all this is trying to work out what it's doing, I'm going to find me a big bit of land. So we're going to run the conveyors over to this bit around here, and it'll be a little bit scrappy. It's going to be a little bit like this. I hope this works, otherwise I'm just going to have knackered everything up. Never mind. If I use this line here, this one will be perfect for us. So we're going to go this way. That works out for us. So what we're saying is, haha, the magnet will be that first line, because it's already conveniently here. Line number 2 will be cogs. In fact, everything can stay low until it needs to go high. Aha. So like this is over here, and then it only needs to come up one. So we're here. Yes! I'm not sure if this will work, but fingers crossed. My day is going to be bonkers. Would be nice if it was easier built conveyor sometimes. Whee! And that runs all the way over here. Nudge it up. Bosh. It's like a racking system that you find in a warehouse. A little bit mental, but I know, right? We spent all this doing this the other day, and then we're just coming in here and just like destroying the entire lot. Yep. That's me. I just think it'll be easier. I'm hoping it'll be easier, otherwise I've made a right mess of things, but that's nothing new. It'd be so good if it works, though. It would be so nice if this works. I don't actually know what the limit is on height either for conveyor belts, by the way. I did a little bit of a said, test, a quick look, I guess. And it seemed that it was alright. It seemed that you actually have so much height. But don't forget, this is just kind of like product number 1. So this will make it easier to pull from when we do the next kind of line in. Huzzah! So that's basically all of that stuff. And we'll worry about this a bit later because we've got to pull all of that from this way. Hoorah! So we've got that. Good-o. Good-o. So this is the new plan, obviously, as we've got. This will all stack up and then we can run that all the way around to the land over there. But currently, we've now got this interspacey stellary stuff that we can build. What do we need to build this? Need one of these. I need some microchips. Wait, how many did I need? I needed 40. What can I build? I can build 13. Okay. Ouch. So first things first into production, we're going to get conveyors. So I'll show you what I mean. So we can build conveyors. Actually, we can build conveyors over here. So I need to work out what level cogs is on 2. So it'll be a little bit weird, but it's going to be... I just need to send this off around here. Well, that's good. This will help us because cogs is 1 level and iron plates is like 1 billion levels above it. So hopefully it'll help me try and show you what I'm trying to do. Okay, so cogs are level 2. So that is level 2 there. And iron plates are level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's level 7 there. And ultimately, we can also, awesomely, just nick this from above. So then we're saying, I want to run this down to the ground there. I mean, I know it's a bit of a long one. That's what she said. So this is the theory here. We can do cogs and we can do iron plates, right? So what they'll do is they'll run down here and then we'll get an assembler going on down here. So then we can do cogs and iron plates. And we'll get this to build our basic conveyors. I know it's going to be a little bit dodge on the power, but you see what I'm saying. So then you're pulling off of this line here. So that it'll all continue to go, but you're just able to kind of feed it with what you need. And obviously this is going to back itself up so all is well. And then you're like, okay, so we've got standard conveyors going, but we want the second conveyors going. So this is where we need the green engine. This is where things are going to start getting complicated. So in order to build the green engine, we need normal engines that have magnetic cores. So we'll come out this way. We're going to get our normal engine, and we're going to get our magnetic coil. So we can come here, and then we can go into an assembler, and we're going to say, yep, make us some of them there green engine. And then we'll come over here, we'll get our goodies, and we're going to go them and them. So that's going to make us some green engines. Then what we can do with this... Oh, we might have a problem. We might have a flaw in our plan. I didn't realise that it wouldn't be able to see it due to the height of the electricity. That's different. That's a shame, because this was going to be cool. What we're going to have to do then is potentially... start a new line of conveyors. At the minute, we're not needing those greens for anything else other than this, so I'll just ship them directly straight across. But when we do hit a product that we do need them, we're going to have to find a way that we can just tab in and throw them up there. Can we have any research that's going to give us some power height? Okay, while we're doing this, let's queue up the logistics carriers, because this is going to help us with better engines for our logistics vessels as well. I'm intrigued to know if this is here and this is here, can I reach from here to here? I can. Oh, that's fine. That is super fine. That is super fine. Because what that means, I can run that carbon line, albeit ridiculously long, all the way down here. Same with this line of these. For now. For now. So carbon line. Straight through the middle of the Tesla coil. Right, titanium plates. We need to get this interplanetary thing up and running ASAP. Can I build one of these yet? No, I'm miles off. And then these bad boys. I haven't even got the option to build them. You nana. Stop all production immediately. Get going on that. So that might help us out a little bit. Cheapest. We need to get this thing built. We need to do this like yesterday. Oh, I need titanium for so much. Okay, mass panic. I'm way off of resources that I need in order to do this. Way off of resources. Oh, nightmare. I need some sulfuric acid production. So we've got oil. Any stone anywhere? Stone over here. So can we... So we've got water here. We've got ore here. Just don't have stone. I didn't realize that this is what we were needing. Sort of lucky for us, I guess you could say. Water, oil. Nick across here, build a miner for some stone. I was really not paying attention to this. So we can cheat and fill that up like that a little bit. We can pull that on there. So that'll give us sulfuric acid. So that's one thing done. Crumbs. That was a bit crazy. Also needs this carbon stuff. We need this. So we need sulfuric acid. We need carbon for that. Oh boy. That's not too bad because we can run that down wherever it is down here over the top of the carbon line. So we're getting stuff in the right direction for production. This was just a big faux pas on my part. Also. As we know that they can reach through, the conveyors can reach through, what I'm going to do is change this up a little bit. So they run side by side, and then I can do the same with this stuff this side. So we've got to run that sulfuric acid line in now. Somehow that actually works, that's crazy. So we need to make that carbon stuff, so that's another chemicals factory. We can drop that off in there. Alright, so that's sitting chilling there for a bit. We need to go on a mission to get titanium just so that we've got some yellow research block. And landed. So while we're here, we'll put a few more of these down. The whole idea was to ship power back from this place to the other place. I just didn't realise how much it was actually going to cost me in resources that I didn't realise that I didn't have yet. So we came here for this. Right, so now we've got some titanium plate. Off we go back. Where are we? Over there. And landed safely back in Earth. Or where you call it. I call it Earth, but I guess it's not. Technically speaking. Get clumping out them plates, boy. Oh, we need this yellow stuff. Where do we build this stuff? We build this in an assembler. Okay, but this is perfect. So what were we saying? For this, we need green motors, plates, and the carbon stuff that we've got. So that's 2 from this way. Get you building this stuff. So we can go copper plate, we can go green engines, then we can go carbon, and then we just got to link those up. Actually getting somewhere making stuff. Absolutely crazy. Okay, so in order to make this stuff, we need titanium plates, we need steel, and we need sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is there, titanium plates are on the top, and steel is luckily just one below. So, might not be what everybody's idea of organisation is, but it might work for us. Hopefully. Let's build one. We can always build one and see where we end up anyway. Back to get some titanium. We'll get some titanium and some silicon this time. So after much stressing and running around and trying to find resources that I forgot that we hadn't got that we needed, I finally managed to build our first interstellar logistics station. The only problem there is it's only one, so it's currently pretty much useless, but it is one nonetheless, so it's one step closer to getting what we need to do. This has been a stressful episode that I didn't think would be as stressful as it turned out that it was. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Sometimes you just got to roll with it. We can set these up because we do know what they want, so that's a good thing. At the same time as that, those boys can be set up to do this. Now the good thing about this as well is we could do local demand and remote demand. Same with this, remote demand. So what is good about this is we can put 1 or 2 of these little boys in here. We need to connect this thing up to power. Woo, it eats a lot of power. We need to literally double our power output. This should charge these 2 vessels that are going to go off over. So they'll travel out over here and hopefully, ta-da-da! In the distance, what a beautiful sight it is. This thing should hopefully be hooked up to have some plates in, which is good. So I'm going to have a look about what I'm doing with those plates because currently I'm going to basically be running down 2 different conveyor lines, which I didn't realise. Also, here's something for you. In my flight around the world and everywhere, I discovered that carbon has got a really potentially decent output for power. If we look, so a carbon over here, it says its energy is 6.3 megajoules, whereas I was just using oil. So, because we've got an extreme amount of carbon, it's potentially going to benefit us to try and tap into it if we can, and use it as a decent power source, because we've got too much carbon and not enough power. So, a little bit of a workaround might work in our favour. Best thing about this as well, because of how smartly we built this whole thing, we can just literally tap into the carbon line anywhere. So that should help move things along nicely. So we should have there we go, a better power output, but that's also because we're at the good side facing the sun. Now all that's left is to try and build another one, and then we'll be good to go. So I'll get onto that and not bore you with it. While we're here as well, I have just built us 2 of these, so we can stick these in here. So everything's set on to local demand. Although that's on local supply, that doesn't really matter, there's nothing to supply it. So with those ships in there, now ready to go, what I can do is I've set us up constructing our second and final one for this episode anyway, and then we're going to yeet across to the planet, and we'll throw it on, and we'll get on with it, really. So, I just need to go up, by the looks of that, get me off of this planet. Here we go. And then we'll just zoom on over here, and hopefully, when we get there, we'll be as good as built, and we'll be good as ready. There we go, we've got it built already, little notification on the left-hand side of the screen. And we'll get over here and we'll get this thing down, and this will get us transporting those plates that we really need back at the home base, because the titanium especially we keep running out of. Soft landing, as you do. If we can just tickle ourselves over to where we need to be, which is over here. And I've already seen a situation that I'm going to have caused myself, but that's typical. That's typical. I'll just have to see if I can tuck a conveyor belt. I can, a lot closer in. We don't need to put this anywhere too crazy, so we can put ourselves out here a little bit. Just gives a little bit of space. And then what we can do is conveyor belt and in. So that'll be titanium plate. And that'll be silicon plate. So we could go silicon, titanium, hook these up. They can be rapids. And they can be rapids. So that'll just go and chuck all that down. Now, we do seem to be having power issues, which is quite surprising. I assume we'll be good, but we are consuming twice as much as we're generating. But, all being well, we should have a lot of solar panels. So we'll just run all these bad boys out, get our power back in line with where it needs to be. Whew, and there we are. Everything turned blue, so we should be good. We are just over the top of our generation, but when this is all charged up and all good, it shouldn't be too much of an issue anyway, so we should be fine. So that's all charging up nicely. We'll get our transporters, will be coming out soon. If not, actually they should be on their way anyway. They'll load up nicely, and that'll be fantastic for us. Can't complain. And as we say that now, we've got the one docking to bring us up the silicon. Whee, straight down he goes. That's absolutely fantastic. Right, I appreciate that it might be a bit of a treacherous one trying to get to this point, but it's been an adventurous one. So thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to smash that like button if you did enjoy it. Even if you didn't, let me know. And I hope to see you again next time. Thank you very much for watching, and take it easy. Bye guys. Bye everybody.